Hi, welcome back. It's good to have you here. Hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully the new year has been a good start for you so far. I know that there's always challenges at this time of year, and there's lots of things that are going on. So hopefully you've had a good year, good start, and that things are motoring on, and you're starting to get into your groove. There's always that transition period between Christmas and New Year, and then back into the what we'd sort of call the normality of life in terms of, back to work and back to school and all of those sort of things. Hopefully it's not back to school yet, but, for some people, I'm sure it is. Um, so there is that transition that we're sort of going through. One of the things that I've been talking about is really how we see ourselves, perceive ourselves. I've done a couple of talks around self-talk. I've done a couple of talks around labels as well. What I wanted to talk about today was really probably the last sort of thing in that sort of series of conversations around that. And this is really just around your own appearance as well. I know from my own mental health battles and stuff like that I've had, sometimes what we wear, how we wear ourselves, I have a really weird one, which I'll share in a minute. They can influence how we sort of feel and how we react to things as well. Just like the labels and how we talk to ourselves, also what we see when we look in the mirror, and then what we perceive other people to see of us can also have an impact on how things are going for us. So our appearance is actually quite important to us, and also makes us feel good, can also drag us down as well. For me personally, there's one that I have that is something that I'm sort of aware of, and it does sort of, and I think it's now because that I'm aware of it, it then sort of perpetuates itself. So when I grow a beard, I normally have higher chance of having depression or having down days. So a lot of times when I become scruffy and really a shaggly beard, after I have it on for a couple of days, I really sort of start to feel low. I don't feel myself. I don't like the look of myself in the mirror. Then it also always sort of takes a little bit of time for me to actually get rid of it, even though it's a fairly simple process, obviously. And then once I get rid of that, it makes me feel quite a lot better then. I feel lighter. It's a weird thing. It's not like the hair's very heavy or anything like that, but it makes me feel lighter. It makes me feel like I'm looking back at myself. I'm not sort of somebody who's ever had a beard. I've always had this, a goatee and a mustache, and that's me. I've had that for probably now 30, 35, 30 years. And so that's what I look like. And so when I grow the beard, it's really like somebody that it's not me, and I don't sort of look like myself. And there's other things that I can sort of sometimes wear that will make me feel low as well. So the as I've sort of talked about with the self-talk and the labels and stuff, you do need to be aware of what you're wearing and what impact that has on you, to sort of really know what how that is then being perceived by you. You might see yourself in a certain way, and you like to see yourself in that certain way, and no one way is wrong. But it is an expression of you, or it's a picture that you see of yourself. And sometimes when we go away from that, even like I said, it's the beard for me. But sometimes it might be long hair. It might be wearing cut off sleeves and stuff like that, because we don't like to show off our body, or our arms or something like that. Whatever it happens to be, those things can have an impact on how we're sort of feeling and how we perceive ourselves as well. So the next time you're sort of feeling a little bit low, maybe have a look and see what you're wearing, and understand whether that's giving you a trigger point as well. I know I sort of do sometimes let my beard grow, but I don't really let it go too wild these days. And I make sure that I also trim this as well, so that I also feel quite a little bit more myself, and how I like to see myself. So I think the whole appearance is something that is probably something simple, but it can have a huge impact on how you feel. So think about how you are, how you see yourself, how you'd like to see yourself as well. Sometimes you can dress in a way that you want to be perceived, and so that can help you to achieve that goal as well. But sometimes, first of all, if you are sort of in a negative vein, sometimes you show it in your clothes as well. how you behave, how you look after yourselves, and that might be a good trigger point to then also sort of say, okay, I need some sort of help as well. Anyway, hopefully that's been of help or been of interest. I know all of these sort of things that I've talked about in terms of, like I said, the self-talk, the labels, now this appearance, all of those things have an impact on how we perceive ourselves and how we internalize some of the things that we're doing. So it's really important to sort of think about those a little bit and see whether they can actually have a positive impact on yourself as well. Anyway, till next time, I hope you enjoyed that. Hope to sort of see you a little bit more. And if you ever got any questions, just put it in the chat and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks a lot. Bye.